standing here want to presentation about Roe and Wade. We are from group 4. Let's check it!
Alright, the background of the case, Roe versus Wade, began in 1970 when Norman McCorvey under the pseudonym Jane Roe filed a lawsuit challenging a Texas statute that criminalized abortion except to save the mother's life. Roe argued that the law violated her constitutional right to privacy and personal autonomy and reproductive decision-making. The case quickly grew into a national constitutional dispute concerning how far the states might regulate a woman's body and reproductive choice.
The primary legal basis of the case rests upon the due process clauses of the 14th Amendment, which the Supreme Court has interpreted as conferring a substantive right to privacy, although the Constitution does not explicitly articulate a right to privacy. The Court's prior jurisprudence, notably Griswold v. Connecticut, recognizes privacy as an inherent component of fundamental liberty interest. Building upon this doctrinal foundation, the Court held that dedication pertaining to pregnancy constitutes an except of personal autonomy that falls within the purview of the constitutional protection.
The court concluded that a woman's decision to terminate a pregnancy is part of the broader right to privacy and thus cannot be subject to unjustified state interference. This right was framed as an element of bodily anatomy and personal liberty. Consequently, the state may not impose absolute control over reproductive choices because such decisions corner fundamental rights safeguarded by the Constitution.
In its 1970 ruling, the court developed a trimester framework to balance competing interests. First trimester, the state may not regulate abortion. Second trimester, the state may regulate procedure for the sake of maternal health. Third trimester, the state may restrict or prohibit abortion, except when necessary to protect the woman's life or health. This model represented the court's attempt to create a structured balance between individual rights and state regulatory authority.
Despite its importance, Roe versus Wade faced criticism for its perceived lack of explicit constitutional grounding and for the rigidity of the trimester system. It advanced in medical technology and shifting social attitudes fuel ongoing debate. Ultimately, in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization in 2022, the Supreme Court overturned Roe, demonstrating how constitutional interpretation evolves with judicial philosophy and societal change.
For nearly 5 decades, Roe versus Wade defined the constitutional landscape of reproductive rights, establishing abortion as a protected exercise of privacy and liberty. Although overturned, the case remains crucial for understanding the development of substantive due process, bodily autonomy, and the limits of state power. It illustrates the dynamic nature of constitutional law and the way legal doctrine shifts in response to broader political, social, and jurisprudential forces.
We're outside the Supreme Court after the landmark decision that overturned Roe v. Wade and ended a woman's constitutional right to an abortion.
I'm 21 and I'm terrified!
Abortions will continue, they just won't be legal, and women will die from botched abortions.
I've got to tell you, I think it's a big step back.
The news coming out of the United States is horrific. No government, politician, or man should tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body.